So even though this man really did you dirty, it actually took for the holidays to pass for him to really realize that you're not going to come back or that he's not going to be able to come back. Whatever text or words or anything that he said or done over this past last year that he thought was him. Girl, do you hear them sirens? This is seriously something that's come as a shock for this man. He did not hear this coming. He did not see this coming. It's like he kind of expects to be in relationships that are up and down, off and on. It's like this was a man who is accustomed to toxic relationships. Toxic relationships is what he thinks is supposed to be going on. So however many times after the fallout that he thought he could just come back, this man kept trying to come back. He's called you, he's texted you, he's waited, he's watched, he's been waiting and looking and hoping, and he's just now really realizing that, oh, wait a minute, you mean that she's really not gonna come back? Whatever dirty thing this man did or said, he really thought she was gonna tolerate this. I'm just telling you right now, he thought this was something that you was gonna put up with. Just straight like that. This man thought that you were going to accept and tolerate whatever it was that he was bringing your way. We see Knight of Wands energy. This man is stupid. You heard me. He's stupid. Knight of Wands. He's dumb. He thinks everything's a game. He thinks everything's fun and games. It's like whatever disrespect he levied at you, for him, it was about to be exciting just to watch you fall apart. Like he's going to do something and you're going to just, I'll go off, act crazy. And he was just excited to see that. When he disrespected you, he thought that he was just setting the stage for him to really get the greatest narcissistic supply of his life. Like he's dumb. He thought like, I'm going to say this, stand back y'all, watch how she act. When he really expected you to start crying or get upset, fall apart. Baby, he expected you to want to level the scales with him. This is the Justice card. He just thought you would start acting as ignorant as he was acting. Let me tell you what I'm getting right now. As this relationship was going on, it was like he thought that your sophistication, he thought that your divine feminine energy, he thought that your sweetness, he thought that your desire for positive energy to be around you, he thought that your ability to heal and have good conversation. This man thought that you was fronting. He thought that you was just a karmic that was play acting. This is somebody that's been waiting the whole time for you to drop the BS. Come on, start acting ratchet. I know that's who you really are. This is somebody who actually just been sitting here waiting for you to start being the status quo. He's stupid. I can't say it enough. This is a whole dummy. And somebody is hopelessly immature. Like this is somebody that I don't care how old they are, they're stuck at a junior high schooler. They don't have good sense. They don't have common sense. They really believe that they were just about to challenge you to show them who you really were and that you were going to start acting childish. This person is a whole Knight of Wands. He goes around kind of acting like a lovesick puppy, like a teenager-y type of vibe when he deals with women. A lot of women get stuck on that. It's giving me punch-drunk boxer vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like those types of masculines that they're really kind of like a jock. You know what I'm saying? That little cute code word they used to use for dumb dudes back in the day. It's giving me very much that he was kind of like a jock in school. Maybe he was really good at sports, but that's all. But like, because he goes around, it's like there are women that think his immaturity and the whole dumb jock routine. There's some women that are turned on by that. Like they'll mistake that for him being so taken with them. Like, oh my God, you know, when it comes to me, he be stuttering, or when it comes to me, he can't find his words. Baby, that's not an act. Okay, that's how he is. He was one of those kids in school, and he's still one of those kids now. Okay, except he's grown. This man has not matured, and you're somebody who saw through all of that and was just like, yuck. And he didn't think that you were going to catch on. He thought he was just waiting for you to turn up. Like, you don't turn up. You're not one of those girls. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, this man had plans for a future, believe it or not, because I know you're sitting here thinking like the way he talked to me, the way he treated me, Future where? Future, no, he was actually goofy enough to still think that there was a future in store for you and him. Yes, he's actually dealt with women that have that low self-esteem, that he could treat them the way that he was treating you, and somehow, some way, there's still a future to be discussed in all of this. Yeah, I don't believe it either. But that's the type of energy that he's used to. That's the type of women that he's used to, where he just does his big one and they just smile. Okay. They just smile their way through it. We see Seven of Swords energy here on the back end. Seven of Swords comes through in reverse. This man felt like what he was doing, this disrespect, he thought this was cool. He thought it was a plan that made sense. He thought that you were going to be cool with it, that you were going to fall for it, and all of it fell apart for him all of a sudden. Seven of Swords came through in the reverse. He realized that this was not going to work. This is not the type of strategy that's going to be tolerated by a real woman. This is not the type of strategy that's going to be tolerated by somebody that has standards, that's actually been around real men before, but he didn't know anything about that. So this man is going through a real shock right about now with that siren energy that we just heard, where he's finally realizing that what he's doing, what he was about, what he is about, you literally really are not going to tolerate it. No, he's not waiting for you to call back. No, you're not going to eventually respond to his text, his DM, his phone call, his voicemail. You really are like, hey, I don't live like that and it's not okay. Click. He thought this was an act. He even thought this was an act, sis. The distance, the way that you've not been calling him back, the way that you've been out of his way, the way that you're not checking for him, he even thought that was an act. That's how dopey of a person this guy is. He thought you were kidding. He's like, surely the call's gonna come. Surely man, I miss you, Dante. He really thought it was gonna show up at some point, and now he's in shock. Ten of Swords. This man is sick. He can't believe this. Ten of Swords. He cannot believe this. This has knocked him flat. He's actually in heartbreak energy now. I want to say it's almost worse than heartbreak. I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing. He has the flu or something like that right now. I just keep hearing the word malaise. He has the flu, or he has chronic aches, or it's like he's just going to bed with a bottle. You know what I'm saying? He just got a little Hennessy and got in the bed for the last few days. He may have taken a few days off work. The reason that this is hitting him so hard is because even though it was obvious from the start that you weren't going to tolerate this, he was telling himself that you weren't serious, that you were going to eventually call back, and that you were just, you like to play like you Miss Goody Two Shoes, but you're going to call back. He's starting to catch it. Baby, Thanksgiving went by. For some of y'all, even Halloween went by. Christmas went by. New Year's Eve went by. New Year's went by, baby. Martin Luther King Day is going to go by. Valentine's Day is going to go by. He's realizing now that you really are not just playing a game with him. He plays games all the freaking time. So he assumed that you were also playing games all the freaking time. He's just now getting it. You're not playing. You're for serious. This fool thought you were playing around this whole time. Oh, it's all jokes. It's all jokes. She'll get over it. She'll let it go. No, you won't. That's what he thought. That's what he thought. Six of Cups energy. That man thought this because he's had a past where he's dealt with women who were just as immature as himself. That's what he's used to. Very immature women, and they get together and have very immature relationships. They're going to be in, physical, verbal, mental altercations, and it's going to be okay. They're going to fight like kids. They're going to do that whole, oh, we're young, we're kids in 7th grade, we like each other, and we're just going at it. This is what this man actually still considers a relationship to be, even now as an adult man. This is still what he thinks a relationship is. So he didn't believe that you were really a sophisticated woman. He didn't believe that you really had, like you were used to being around peers that were of a certain caliber. He really didn't believe you were a high value woman. He thought that you were acting that way, but as soon as he pulled it up out you, girl, you were going to give him the supply that he was looking for. You were going to revert to a girl at the drop of a hat. This man is really broken because he was not guarding himself for the moment that you disconnected, because he didn't think you were ever going to disconnect. That's not something that ever crossed his mind, that you were going to disconnect. Why would you be doing that? You know, once he got involved with you and you got real, you were going to sit there and you were going to deal with it, and you guys were going to be having this garbage pail relationship. Four swords comes through in the reverse. This man is really going through it. His heart was not guarded, and now he's kind of being forced to deal with an overactive mind at night, while he also doesn't even feel well, while he also is potentially dealing with the flu or dealing with some other form of malaise, some other form of, chronic exhaustion or something like that. And now he's having to sit up here at night, and he's having to deal with the fact that you're really gone, that you really were not playing no games, that you really was serious, that you really don't want to be involved in ugliness. So this man's mind is overactive. He's overstimulated. He's trying to figure out what he can do to get you to accept this cup. But I want you to see this, baby. Your back is to this cup and your head is down. You are not about to drink of, partake of, look at, or consider that cup of nonsense that he brought to your door. Another thing that I'm getting right now is this man is extremely embarrassed because he realizes now that you really do think he's a goofball. You really do think that he's a sucker. You actually just ended it, and it's ended, and it's done. This man is embarrassed. I keep getting hearing this. It's like when boys get embarrassed in school by the teacher. When it's like they get up to do their class clown 1-2, and that teacher is like, little Johnny, if you don't sit down and shut up right now, I'm going to call your parents. You can go stand in the hall. Like, he gets totally embarrassed in front of the class. That is the same energy that this man has right now. And it's wreaking havoc on him in this moment, y'all. It is breaking him down during cold and flu season because it hit his immune system. It hit his nervous system. The shock of it, like, oh my God, wait a minute. Did I really just embarrass myself like this with this woman? Oh, she was serious. She really is a grown woman for real. This man is really taking this to heart. And now he's sitting back and he's like, I'm super embarrassed. This man is not really even feeling like, it's like he's turned off. Like, he doesn't even feel like a man enough. Basically, this is causing him impotence. Let me just make myself plain. This is causing him some form of impotence. He's lost his confidence. This hit his self-esteem. It hit his self-respect. It hit his self-worth. He really doesn't feel like a man because he really thought that he could conduct your emotions. And that's hilarious. Three of Wands. This man really thought he was going to be capable of conducting your emotions. And because he could not, he's dealing with this impotence and this energy of not feeling, virile, not feeling like a man. And in the future, this is going to continue to affect him. And he's going to try to fix it with money. You're going to start to suddenly see, that is, if you even give a damn to look at his social media, girl, you're going to start to see him suddenly being more dressed up. You're going to start to see him like, he might not really be a suit all the time guy. All of a sudden, he's on Facebook wanting to be seen in suits. He's on TikTok trying to show himself at the mall carrying a Balenciaga bag or something that's going to make you say like, okay, this is overcompensation. All of a sudden, he's trying to show up online in designer sweaters and designer blouses because he's trying to reclaim some of what you stole from him. He's like, and you didn't mean to steal it. You're just grown. Okay, you didn't do anything to him. You're just an adult. And this man is going to start to desperately try to figure out how to put this all back together. It's like, wait, did she bounce on me? Is she bouncing on me? Like, this is going to make this man feel confused. He's going to feel lost. He's going to feel like something's terribly wrong here. It's given that type of energy. 5 of Cups. He's in mourning. He's in mourning because this man realizes that the celebration is really over, baby. The relationship is done. He's not going to be able to depend on you to come back and cry over him. The schoolgirl that he thought you were underneath all of that sophisticated lady, There is no schoolgirl there. There's a woman that is layered and that it respects herself. There's a woman with a great deal of strength. Okay, strength card energy comes through. There's a woman that has a ferocious lioness up under there. You may actually be a Leo or other fire sign energy, but nonetheless, somebody has a lot of lioness energy to them. And when you come out and roar, you roar once and it is done. You're not going to come back. You're not going to revisit it. You're not going to talk about it. You detach and you're done. You were not waiting to come back and deal with this masculine again. We see the 10 of Pentacles. This man is now thinking that, oh my God, I wanted a legacy with her. I actually wanted to be with this woman. Yes, 10 of Pentacles comes out. This man actually wanted to be with you. As ugly and dumb as he was acting, he actually wanted to be with you, and he thought this was acceptable. It is just now that he realizes that there was heavy Queen of Swords energy on you, that you are heavily intellectual, that you really do truly comprehend very well. So you know exactly who's who and who's not who and what's what and what's not. You are not somebody that's to be played with. This man did not get that. He did not understand that. He really believed wholeheartedly that you were somebody that he could toy with. And now he is stunned. And he's like, yo, she just beheaded me and didn't think twice. I'm done. Ace of Swords in the reverse. This man realizes that you had given up on him. You didn't expect righteousness. You didn't expect honor. You didn't expect truth. You didn't even respect a man. You didn't even respect intelligence. You didn't even expect intelligence. You didn't even expect a man. You didn't even expect honesty, righteousness, justice, or truth. You literally didn't even expect it. It's like you thought of him as such a clown. You didn't even expect to see a man. Once you saw who he really was, you weren't interested in rallying with him back and forth about when he was going to become a man. That's the hook that he was going to use to get his claws in you. You sitting around saying, when are you going to be a man, Michael? When are you going to? You were like, I don't see a man today. Click. He did not see that coming. Eight of Swords. He did not see that coming. He thought that you were going to be locked in. He thought that he was going to basically have you mentally enslaved to his mess. This man thinks these childish little games that you, I, and everyone else has probably seen a million times. This man actually thinks these little baby-fied games are very clever. Okay? Just truthfully. He thinks he really has some good game about himself. Four of Wands energy. He thought that he was going to have you locked in, that he would be able to use that hook to get you to marriage. And now he is broken. The sun comes through in reverse. His ego is bruised. His heart is broken. And he realizes now, High Priestess energy, that you are removed from him. You, even if you're observing him from somewhere beyond, you're not speaking to him. You're not talking to him. Mentally, you are somebody that could just walk out the door and keep going. And this man is having a hard time with this. He's keeping all of this humiliation and shame he feels as a secret. He's not talking to anyone about it. That's a big part of why it's hitting him and he's kind of sick at this point. But it is justice. You know, thinking that it was okay to be basically abusive for fun, for kicks. There was nothing okay about that. Okay. This man is trying to still portray the role of an emperor. So if you're seeing him online, like I said, he's pretending that these things are not bothering him, but he's deeply bothered. We see the Hierophant in reverse. He definitely feels kind of convicted. He knows that a woman of quality, that a woman that really, he realizes now who you really were. He's finally able to really catch the magnitude of what he blew. And he's able to feel convicted. You know, he knows now that a woman of self-respect and grace looks down upon him. And he's able to really feel the humiliation of that. Okay, he's able to actually feel the humiliation of that. The Tower, it hit him hard. It's also affecting his blood pressure. This Tower card energy is affecting his ability to function and focus. This is a situation where, again, this flu for him may be tough. It may be rough. It may really have him bedridden with his pressure up in the air. Now that he's realizing that he doesn't have family in you. He doesn't have connection in you. He doesn't have any of what he thought he had. The Ace of Pentacles comes through in the reverse. The feminine energy that you brought, the reception to him that he once felt, where you laughed at his jokes or, tried to treat him like he was funny, he realizes now that he literally lost all of that. Okay? He literally lost all of that. And he's just now really catching it. Like, oh man, I completely blew it. And I'm not going to get it back. We see that Five of Cups coming through. That energy comes by us yet again, that Five of Cups energy. There's nothing he can do but mourn you. And it is just something that he's in that bed, girl, with that NyQuil. And he's just mourning what he could have had. He's down. He's kind of in a dark night of the soul. We see the moon energy, because what you have to understand for him is that you represent kind of a failure to cross a threshold. This was an opportunity for him to be with a real woman. This is an opportunity for him to actually level up. This is an opportunity for him to ascend. This is an opportunity for him to be a real man. And instead of him even recognizing the opportunity while the opportunity was available, he decided, I'm going to play some stupid 7th grade games, which ultimately left him trapped in the hell realm environment that he didn't even realize he was in. Okay, so now you have this man that is broken. 3 of Cups. He's broken. He's in a dark night of the soul, and he's surrounded by women that are so not of your caliber. Women that are drunk, women that are gossips, women that are doing all types of dope, women that are just cheesy and, may even be like S workers that are S workers they're not even coming up. They're not real like high level dark feminine professionals. Okay, these are, oh girl, I got $40. He's got some of those around. He's got the ones that are just like, I need nail money, just base level clucks. Okay. And most importantly, not even about them, it's that he feels like they're base level clucks. He doesn't want them now that he's experienced a real woman, but he knows that he blew that. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This man's money is also coming in slowly, okay? Something that he's dealing with. I do think that's temporary, but he's experiencing like a kind of little lightweight financial setback. The Wheel of Fortune comes through with the 9 of Cups. This man realizes now that he had a real woman that has sophistication, that has some class, that had some knowledge, that had more than anything, some level of maturity. And he realizes that he blew that. And this man is really kind of burning about this. We see the Devil card energy. He's stuck. He feels enslaved to the memory of you. This is something he can't stop thinking about, because remember, it's taken him months, weeks, if not months, to realize what he could have had, who he could have become, and that he really did blow it. He's not just waiting for you to send him back an 18-page text message to satisfy his childish need to be made a fuss over. He really did have a real woman, and he really did just play until the real woman just got up and walked out the door. And this man is not handling this well at all. We see the 5 of Wands with the Queen of Wands. This man realizes that what he had was something that it was nothing that he could do. The strength of your spirit, the fieriness of your spirit, this 5 of Wands, Queen of Wands energy that comes through, he realizes now that he's no match for you in terms of spiritual fortitude. He couldn't fight he couldn't fight to get you back if he wanted to. This man knows that he doesn't have the words or the explanation for what he's done. Once he's realizing now that you were clear and grown enough to see right through his mess, then he knows that there's nothing he could say to fix this. You're advanced for him. You're more mature than him. you're older than him. Even if y'all are the same age, you're much older than him. You can see right through him. He's basically reached a place with you where he feels more like your son than a possible contender for your heart. And that has left this relationship in the hanged man. Okay, there's nothing that he knows that he can do. But understand that this man is not taking the ending of this well at all. Okay, it is something that is literally affecting him. And it's going to be a long time before he gets over you, because he was the last to know that he even lost you. Okay. If you have enjoyed this Divine Feminine Tarot Tea, girl, please come through. Do like, do share, do subscribe. Okay, do not be afraid to come through the building. And when you do, please do hit that bell and hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. Okay? So you can be here every single time. Me and the T team are off up in here getting in with all of these good old tarot messages. And hey, baby, if you like what you see, girl, please go ahead and hit me up at dftarottea. No, ma'am, I'm flubbing my outro again. If you would like a personal reading from me, please go ahead and hit me up at dftarottea@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to, okay? Girl, what's next? Go ahead and check out my other station, Pretty Princess Promises and Prosperity Fictitious Tarot. Girl, we be getting it in over there, girl. We be doing big things. We be doing our big one. Yeah, okay? Also, all we do over there is positive energy, manifestation energy, soft life energy, princess treatment. Please check us out over there. We try to just have beautiful, positive, soft, feminine messages on 3 to 5 days a week, something like that. Okay, so just go over there and join that family and check that out. It's always a good, soft, feel-good experience over there. And we do that channel in order to manifest beautiful things and energy and positivity into our life. Remember, we do the tea, we do the warnings, we do the just get together and just vibe and look into these messages on this channel. But don't forget our soft life channel either, okay? Because it's always love over there. Also, if you would like to, girl, let me know you're still in the building, girl. Please go ahead and put in the comment section 2620, because it was exactly 26 minutes and 20 seconds when I said what I said. Okay, so go ahead and throw that in the comment section, girl. Also, if you would like to, go ahead, make a little love offering to this channel, girl, so I can give me a little more of that Cracker Barrel Colby Jack cheese I be nibbling on, girl. That little Monterey, girl. That little Monterey Jack, girl. Go ahead and send a little love offering over to dftarottea at Cash App or PayPal. And as always, I will catch y'all in the next one.